Welcome to the Open for Business podcast with your hosts, Mitchell and Christina. We are here at Me Chef Studios located in the heart in Toronto, and today we have a very special guest.
Our guest decided to step out of her comfort zone to start her own business at 18 years old. She considers herself a mental health advocate in this day and age. Introducing Sandra, owner of Sella Lash.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Oh my God, you're so cute. It's her first podcast, so she's very excited.
Mm-hmm. I've never done anything like this. Yeah, my voice was like shaking, like hi guys.
You're like, I hear myself in my headphones.
Yeah, no, that was weird, but I feel it now. It's like an okay feeling.
Yeah. Once you get used to it, you're just like, oh, it's myself.
So I said, you gotta sit down and just start talking into it, so you're like, oh, I'm okay. Like, there's not voices in my head.
No, I know. When I first put them on, I was like, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
It's shocking, like hearing your voice
weird.
like so clear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
No, I love it.
We took her podcast virginity, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll take that title. All right, hun. Let's get started. Where did the name Sella Lash come from?
Well, originally I was going to do something like Lash X Sandra, but my dad was the one who made up because Sella is like Fasella, my last name, Fossella, so it's just the end. And originally my dad's like, no, it has to be more original. Like you got to do something like no one else is doing. And then at first he was like, do sassy lashes. And for my dad to say that, I was like, what? Like sassy lashes?
I kind of like that too.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah. But I searched it up on Instagram and a lot of people have sassy lashes and a lot of people were like altering it like sassy dot lashes, sassy _ lashes. So I was like, I need to do something different than sassy lashes. So then I did like the last name thing and then I just cut it off and then with the end, the Sella, and then Sella Lash was born.
Wow.
I didn't know your dad came up with it.
My dad came up with it.
That's so cute, actually.
I always find that like startups, like when you're first business, it's like you're young and you're excited and it's like you don't know who to look to and you're like look at your parents and they just like end up like with these crazy ideas and you're like that's where kind of like mine came from. It's like you hear from your parent like I don't know if I can, like you're almost a dinosaur, like I don't know if I want to like use this, and then you think about it, it's like it works.
Well, your mom came up with yours.
Yeah, my mom came up with mine, and I was like at first I was like I don't know, like.
Even I was like that. I was like, I don't know, man.
So it was like the whole me chef, we chef, you know?
No, like, that's good though. I like me chef. Yeah, but with my dad, he was like, right when I got home from my training, like when I got certified that day, he's like, let's brainstorm more ideas. And I was just so like, cute. Like I just didn't want to listen to him because I was like, I know that's so like rude, but you know, like what you said, I was like, oh, like what would he say that's like so like innovative? Yeah. But I was like, wow, like Sella, like. No one else has that because...
It's true.
Yeah.
The only other person who could possibly have it would be one of your cousins because they have the same last name.
Yeah, but no one's doing lashes in my family.
So you're good?
Yeah.
Claim it.
At least thank God Vito's not doing lashes.
Yeah, Vito's going to do lashes.
Plumbing.
Oh my God. Never mind.
And lashes.
It might happen.
In the truck.
There's a toilet and then lashes.
Ew, yeah, that'd be weird.
Oh my God. I'm actually mortified. I'm picturing that right now. So what made you want to start your own business?
I like this question. I feel like more people ask me this question than I was like prepared for. Like new clients, like even my friends, if I'm doing their lashes, everyone's just like, so like, you know, like why'd you start it? And I just say like, I always used to get my eyelashes done like all the time. Right now I'm saving money and I'm trying to like, you know, because I'm putting everything into my business. So I'm not going to spend it on myself. I'm spending it to make money, you know?
Right.
Of course.
But I really liked not the way I looked with eyelashes, but I really like that feeling after you like wake up from your lash nap and you're like, they hand you the mirror. You're like, oh my God, I'm a different person. Right?
I'm so pretty.
Like I look so good. And not that you need eyelashes to be pretty. Because when I tell this story, I always say, I always follow up with like, you don't need lashes to be pretty, but it's just like a different type of like, wow, like damn, like, you know, I look good. And I want to make people feel like that. Like I like making people feel like gorgeous. And I love it when I like hand a person in the mirror and they're like, holy shit. You know?
That's me.
Yeah, they're like, that's me. I'm like, girl, that's you. Like, you know, I don't know. I like making people feel good, all that stuff.
I honestly love it when I whiten a customer's teeth and they're just like, that's my teeth? Like that's exactly what happened? I was like,
That's how I felt when you first did my teeth. I was like, oh my gosh.
I know.
I was shocked.
It's like another,
I was shocked myself. Like, Because I was like, oh, whatever, teeth white thing. I'm like, I'm over it. You know?
You were so skeptical.
No, that's not me, you know? And Christina's like, I need somebody to do like my training. I said, okay, fine. She's like, can't drink wine. You can't do this, can't do that. I'm like, oh my God. I went like straight to like a wine fest after. Yeah. Like it was so bad.
Wow. So teeth were white for about an hour.
We're like, yeah, they were white, but they were kind of purple for a bit. It was really funny.
Made me so mad. I was genuinely like, I yelled at him the next day. I was like, so bad. I basically paid for this training and you could have just kept your teeth white for like one day.
Yeah.
Like, what's the matter with you?
It's just like, I had a friend that like a chef buddy that invited me over to his house for dinner. It's like, how am I not supposed to like drink his homemade wine, his homemade cheese and his espressos? Well, he's like so Italian.
I'm trying to help my girlfriend succeed.
Priorities. That's what I think.
I'm like, this is like, those are things I want to do.
I just roll my eyes every time he brings up that story. Just like, whatever. But no, I think it's honestly like, it's such an amazing feeling when someone leaves from your service feeling 100% different.
Because then it makes you feel good too. You know, you're like, wow, I just helped that person out. Yeah. You know, I made them feel good for the rest of the day or the rest of, the 2-week retention, the 2-3 week retention they're going to get with their lashes. And then.
So how long do they last? You're saying 2 to 3 weeks?
2 to 3 weeks. Like sometimes people push it to like 4 weeks. But yeah.
But you get like a touch up or you got to redo it?
Yeah, you get a refill.
Oh, cool.
And like you need like 40% of your lashes for it to be considered a refill. Because, if you have like 2 lashes left and you say, I want a refill, like that's a full set, you know?
Yeah, because there's a price difference.
There's a price difference. So I like take it case by case and see what's up.
Have people tried that? Where they have like a couple lashes left? No?
No.
Not yet.
You're very lucky. Yes, not yet. You're very lucky.
My sister actually, she'll come back after the 4 weeks and she'll be like, can I get a refill? And I'm like,
she's like, quick refill.
Just put a few more on.
That sounds like Leah.
Yeah. A few more this week, a few more next week. Yeah. And now you got a full thing.
No, every week she's like, can you fill it this week? I'm like, she wants me to fill it every week. So she has like she abuses the power that I do lashes. Of course she does. So
oh my God.
She's like, I always just want them full. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, okay, so pay up then. If you want to refill every week,
And then she hides.
Yeah.
She's like, forget that.
Should just hire her on.
One time she paid me in change. $20 in change.
Oh my God.
In loonies and toonies and quarters. And she goes, it's all I have. Sorry.
It's still money.
She's like, it's still money. I'm like, worst client ever.
If it was my family who did that, I'd be like, are you kidding me right now?
Take it as a tip. It's a tip.
Oh my God, no. I would call, if that was Angela or Caitlin, I'd be like, no. You're going to go to the bank and give me some bills.
Yeah, I just see she just brings all this change to my room. And I was like, she's like, I don't really have a lot of money. Like,
she's like, I didn't think about this before.
She's like, I thought it would be free. Because I do give her like free extensions like when I first started out. Because obviously I'm practicing. But then one time I was like, like she's getting them done very often. And like you can at least give me like half.
Give me something.
Or give me something. And so I just got
cover a bunch the cost.
Of loonies and toonies and
not in my books.
Yeah.
No. I would laugh. Actually, Ange and Caitlin have been good, thank God. And they'll be happy to know that I said something nice. So on a more serious topic, obviously, we've talked openly about our mental health outside of this podcast. And how would you consider yourself to be a mental health advocate?
I've been, I've been advocating for mental health, I feel like since I was like very young, because I think I went through a lot at a very young age, like around like grade 6 to 8, I was like really going through it. And so ever since then, like since I know how it feels to be down and with anxiety and like depression and all that, I feel like ever since then I just want to like help people the best I can. Obviously I can't help like on like a medical level, like I can't cure people, like not that people need to be cured,
right?
But I feel like just ever since then I was just wanted to help people. And like you said how? Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
When?
No, you're good.
I don't know. I guess like I just talk to people the best I can. Like if someone needs me, I'm there for them. I do post a lot about it on social media, I feel like, because I think a lot of people are like, they don't want to come to you directly, but they kind of want advice. You know what I mean? They kind of want to know someone's there, but they don't want to go to you like directly. They just want like a general idea of like what to do and stuff like that.
Like just some direction.
Just some direction. Because some people don't want to be like, hey, I don't really know you, but
here are my problems.
Yeah, here are my problems. They just kind of want to hear like a general
Yeah, just a little nudge. Like you're gonna be all right, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like words of encouragement, I would say. Something like
words
that.
of encouragement. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I know, sometimes when you're in that funk, you honestly, like I'm in it sometimes and I'm just like, I can't get myself out of it for days. And like he's just like, I don't understand. I'm like, it's just one of those things that it's like, you can tell me till you're blue in the face. I gotta get myself out of it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it takes a little bit.
And just seeing and just seeing those nice things on like your timeline or like, you know, people's stories, just like they remind you of like keeping yourself in check. You know what I mean? And like they remind you of like that it's going to be okay. And like, cause sometimes, you know, like you can be so far off into thinking whatever, and it just kind of brings you back and be like, it gives you some peace of mind. You know, I think like just giving you some peace of mind, even to strangers. Like you see you see a post or you see like a quote and you're like, you know, that's true. Like I can take it that way, or, you know, it's going to be okay. And this and that. Yeah.
I know. And social media is such a powerful platform that it's a dark thing to say, but it can either make or break you. Like it can either bring you up or it can tear you down. Like if you're one of those like social media influencers and you get people haggling you all day, saying all kinds of nasty things, or they could be saying amazing things and bringing you up. Like it's crazy to me.
I know. It's just like sometimes if so many people are saying bad things and also so many people are saying good things, it's like so hard to focus on the good things people are saying because like we naturally like focus on like all of the negative, if we're getting negative feedback from people, you know, like YouTubers and stuff, they look at that sometimes. I don't know, like I just hear YouTubers talking about this, like they're appreciative of like the good things people say, but it's like sometimes the bad things, it's like they think about it more than all of the good things just because,
It's true. That's
you're just like, wow, because they're just hitting all their like, I guess their insecurities.
Yeah, because it hits your insecurities.
Your face and like when you're YouTubing, it's like it's there. You know, it's fully there, and
you're so vulnerable.
Yeah, like
you know,
people are gonna see everything. They're gonna rewind, fast forward. You know, and you're just like do little snippets. You know,
they get obsessed that way.
Yeah, and they analyze everything
because they hate their life and they're just like hurting on your life. You know,
and they're just over their screen, you know, it's all over like social media. It's not face to face. So they know they're not going to get any repercussions for it. They're just going to be like, oh my God, like this girl's hair is so ugly, or, you know, like comment trivial. Something like that. And then they're going to be like, well, what the hell?
It's funny because I was watching a clip off TikTok, which was interesting. And it was Gary Vee having a sit down with this girl, Charlie. I can't remember her last name, but she's like this big TikTok chick now.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, I remember her last name, though.
Yeah, Charlie something,
Something like that. And the family was there, whatever. And she's like, how do you deal with haters? And he goes, it's taken me a long time to wrap my head around this, but feel bad for them. Have pity on them. Because at the end of the day, they're going out of their way in their lives to make you feel bad. It's because they're not happy in their life.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's funny because you hear that and you're just like, wow, that's great advice. But like you never think like that.
Exactly,
you absorb it and you obsess about it. And it's
you
crazy.
Just focus on the bad. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But if you look at it that way, it's just like what's going on so bad in your life, if that makes sense, that you need to like comment on this stranger's life.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like their hair, you don't like their face or anything like that. Like
like you couldn't have just kept it to yourself.
You couldn't have just kept scrolling. You had to
stop.
You had to stop.
Yeah.
You had to type it out. You had to like backspace, retype. You know what I mean? There's just like so much. It's like why? Yeah.
It doesn't benefit anyone in that situation.
No.
And it's like, would you have the balls to do that if you were face to face with them? Probably not.
No. If you were gonna pass this person on the street, are you really gonna stop and be like, you know what, your hair looks really ugly today?
No.
No, you're just gonna like pass them.
You pass them and talk shit behind their back, which is not any better, but
it's just like, why say it?
I know.
You know, everyone has their own opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinion and how they feel, but it's like, you don't need to share your unwanted opinion if it's only going to be like hurting someone else, you know? And if no one asked for it too,
especially.
Like 90% of the time, these people aren't asking to be like analyzed like that.
Yeah.
You know?
They're trying to put out cool content or whatever they're doing.
They're just trying to do their thing.
And it's
trying
like,
to have fun. Like, what's the problem with that?
Offer back to their community. Because like that's really what it is. Like when you have an Instagram, it's like, this is my community. You know, like who else are you posting this for?
Yeah, or like YouTube, it's like they're posting for entertainment purposes. They're only like giving, they're only trying to like do what they can, do their best, and they're getting hackled for it.
It's true. Like I can't wrap my head around it. That's just me. Maybe I'm naive, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like I'm not going to go out of my way to say your outfit's awful. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like you're a crappy dancer. Like, well, what is that?
Yeah.
Not like, worth it.
Like, you know, it's like this person is probably like all the way across the world, just shot this video, this small TikTok, and you're really just in Canada when they're in like, I don't know, somewhere else, right? It's like you're so far. This has nothing, you don't have anything to do with each other just because you're watching. I'm going off the dancing thing.
Do you find that sticking to some kind of schedule or routine kind of helps? Or do you find there's other ways to cope with anxiety?
What do you mean? Like
So for me, for instance, if I don't schedule myself accordingly and I don't schedule myself to work out, let's say 4 days a week, 3 days a week, I find it takes a toll. Like for instance, this week, I got so swamped in our stuff and my other side business, that I didn't make time to exercise. And I felt it in my legs. I felt it in my back. I felt it in my mentality. Like I was up till 2:00 in the morning because I couldn't fall asleep. And I was just like, oh my God, I knew I should have worked out. I should have done something. And I was like, and then on top of that, because I'm not sleeping well, I'm having more coffee. And I'm like, forget this, I'm going to eat a burger. Like then you on top of that, you don't eat well. You know what I mean? So that's for me anyways. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, do you find there's certain tricks to help with that, with your mental health? Or do you find that everyone's different?
Yeah, I feel like everyone is different. But for me, a way I really do cope with like my anxiety is working out.
Yeah.
And the last 2 weeks of school have been absolutely crazy. So I've only been going to the gym once or twice a week. And that's like not, usually I go like 4, hopefully sometimes 5 times a week, but 4 minimum, right? And it's just like, when you told me like, when you just said like, oh, why do my legs hurt? This whole week I was complaining. I'm like, why does my body hurt? Like, why am I hurting if I have not even been to the gym? And like, I've been so stressed about school. All I'm doing is staring at my laptop all day. And like my eyes hurt, I'm staring at my textbook and all that. It's so like my brain hurts, my body hurts, and I'm not going to the gym. It makes it worse because that's like, I don't know, it just like relieves everything kind of. And I don't know how, but it just helps me and it like keeps me in check. So I think that's one thing that it is very like beneficial for me. So if I don't stick to that, I figured out the past 2 weeks, it's been deteriorating kind of. I've had more like anxiety, not just because I have of school. Usually I cope with it better, right? But yeah.
Do you find juggling school and now a new business is complicated?
It is. Like, I work my own hours, but the thing I'm not comfortable with yet is saying no to people. So if I'm really busy and someone says, hey, can I come in this, or like, hey, when's your availability this week? Even if I have no availability, I'll like sacrifice something else which is usually school, or now sacrificing the gym to work even more. And it's just like hard, but I just need to learn to say no, but I don't want to turn down business. Right. So I'm at that point right now, I don't want to turn down business. Yeah. So I just have to find more of a balance.
After a while, you kind of just get over that point. Like for us, like when we were getting like appointments and stuff like that, you kind of just like make blocks in your day where it's just like, here's my Wednesday night. Like, this is one of my available. Your clients end up knowing it's like Wednesday nights. This girl is like, she's available.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. You know what I mean? Keep going. And like, that's
what we have to do.
That's where it's just like, once you kind of just like, almost educate your client. Like, these are my days. These are my hours. Like, I'll work with you, but like, try and stay within my hours, you know?
No. And, I've been thinking about doing that, just posting hours that I can do, but I can't commit to hours. I commit to like, I'm a flexible person. My day to day is changing every day. So I fit everything in as I go along. I can't plan for like Saturday. Like obviously I can schedule a client like Saturday, but I can't plan like a whole block, you know?
I see.
Like I need to like do things as I go, which is like, you know, I have to be more. If that's making it worse, I got to figure that out.
Well, for me, if I don't schedule accordingly, I can't balance. Like I have set hours and I set them from the beginning from square one, and I had to because like for me, I'm going to someone's house. I don't want to go there at 8:00 in the morning, and I don't want to go there at 9:00 at night. Yeah. Right. And like, if you just, it's all in the way you approach it too. Be like, listen, like, this is what I got. Like right now, if you wait 2 more weeks, I'll have something better for you. And more often than not, like, at least for me anyways, it helps. Yeah. Like I've made sure for like us, cause we have date nights on Friday nights. I'm like, Friday nights, I'm not available. Yeah.
So like, that's our thing. Like because my schedule is so crazy and like now hers is starting to become crazy. It's like, we had to like, we see each other Friday nights guaranteed, like, or else it's like nuts.
Or else maybe 2 weeks.
Like, we'll just keep working. And like for especially me, like I won't stop. She's like, Mitch, you gotta chill. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Well,
like,
I always tell them like, you need to like find a moment to breathe because you're gonna break down. You're gonna burn out.
Because like I like doing what I'm doing, so it's like, and because I have so many different things going on that it's like I'll jump to this piece of thing, like you're saying, like I do all these different things.
Yeah, those are similar.
And it works, but it doesn't work. Like you're not as effective, but like. It's almost like you need those little breaks from each thing to keep your head going steady. So you just keep going, you know? Because I find it's like if I spend 3 hours on something, it's like, oh my God, I need a break. Like I gotta walk away, like go like switch like from this studio. I'll go home to my home office and work from there. Cause like it drives me crazy. So that's why for me, I need like an hour to do this, hour to do that, and kind of come back to it.
Yeah, I like switch a lot. Like I'll like start, I can't just do a whole like 6-hour block of homework in a day. Like I tried doing that and it's just like, oh my God, it hurts. Everything hurts afterwards. Like your eyes, your brain, your body hurts. So I'll like do homework, then do lashes, then like go to the gym, come back to homework, and then do more lashes. Like I'm like flexible.
It's almost like you feel accomplished that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you're hitting like short tasks.
Yeah. I'm very like that. Like I like to hit like short tasks, like many short tasks in a day, you know?
But you hit them quick. Like that's like my thing. It's like, I want to do that thing. It's like, okay, I'm doing it right now. Bang. Getting it done. Like my embroidery, it's like, I'm setting up that quick little block for my day. I'm coming in, head down, I'm doing it, and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, or else it's like, you're just dragging it on, in my opinion.
I hate dragging things on, and I hate not being like certain of what's going to happen later in the day, because then like my whole day I'm like, should I start this now, or should I do this now, or should I go to the gym now, or wait, or you know?
Yeah. I know. That's what I had to do when I ended up quitting my job to like do my business full time. It was like that. I was like, oh my God, I have so many things going on. I'm working till like 3-4 in the afternoon. Now I'm trying to run a business. It's like, this is insane. And then it was like, okay, I'm going to either quit and have no money and like figure it out, and which the route I took. Yeah, that's what you did. And then, or I like stayed there and try to make it easier for myself. But it was like, my business needed me, you know? It's like, yeah, so what? The next 2 years is going to suck, but like, it's better than the next 4 years sucking, you know? Like that's how I was looking at it. It's like,
you couldn't dedicate enough time to it though.
Yeah, I couldn't. It was just being a chef, like cooking all day, and it's like so exhausting when you're done. You're like, oh my God. Yeah.
I know that.
You know what I mean? Like you did a lot of that, and it was like, it's too much. It was too much. So I said, enough's enough. Let's go. Let's do this.
I know. That's what works for us, honestly. And every business owner is different. I know girls that they'll post something for their week, be like, this week, this is what I have. Next week, whatever. Whereas for me, I always have set hours, and sometimes people don't come during the week and they'll only come on the weekend, or I'm busy during the week and on the weekend. Honestly, I'm fine with that, because then I can kind of figure out, am I going to go to the gym tonight? I'm like, okay, by like 5 o'clock, I'm like, hey, no one's booked tonight. I'm going to book a spin class, and I go for a spin class. And like, luckily it's down the street from my house. So I was like, hey, if anyone comes, like it happened. Like someone came at 8 o'clock. I was like, perfect. I just finished spin. Beautiful. Yeah. Made some money now. I'm not complaining.
You could fit everything in.
Yeah. Like you got to figure out what works for you. And like, for me, like I went through a period where I didn't work out enough, and I was like depressed. I didn't get out of my bed. Like it was bad. And then it's worse when you get yourself to that stage, because it's even harder to pull yourself out.
Yeah, because recently, like I've only been working out like 1 to 2 days a week, and since I've been stress eating because I'm stressed about school, and I've been stress eating because I'm not working out. How am I stress eating because I'm not working out? That's making things worse. You know, like today I was like, okay, this needs to stop. Like I just kept eating chocolate covered almonds. I'm like, I know every time I eat out of like my normal like diet routine, I just feel like, You know, I feel like crap. Not well, because I know how it was before, because I was, you know, like I was like 25 pounds heavier before. So I know what that feeling's like. And so I like, that's my motivation of like, I don't want to go back to that. You don't want to go back to that. So stop eating all this junk, you know?
That's true.
I know. I'm that person that goes back to that. So it's like I'll do like the 50 pound, 60 pound shred, and then I ended up going back up, and then I'll go back up, and then I like right now I'm going back down, and like I fell down the stairs like 2 weeks ago, so like I'm like my body's all fucked up right now, so I'm like recovering, and like I cut myself open more, and
it's a little funny. It's just a little funny.
Yeah, so I fell down the stairs and stuff, and had to get some. Was supposed to get stitches. Didn't get stitches because I couldn't handle.
That's not the point of this conversation.
Yeah. Long story short, I'm out of the gym for 2 weeks. So
that's a justification.
So now I'm kind of like, oh my God, like I want to go back, but like I don't want to fall off, you know?
Because that stresses me out that I haven't been to the gym. Because then I'm like, what if my body just goes back to the way it was before? Like I get more stressed,
Doomsday.
Because then I get more stressed, and then I like stress eat more and all of that. And you know what? I'm always tell my friends, every time my friends tell me like I haven't been to the gym this week yet because of school, I'm the first one to always say the gym will always be there. You need to focus on school. Like the gym will always be there. The gym will be there in April when school's over. You know, like this, like your midterms are what's going on right now. You need to focus on what's going on right now, because we're paying for this education. We're lucky enough to get this education. You got to focus on what's right in front of you. And yet this week I'm like, oh my God, like my life is going, you know, downhill. Yeah. But yeah, that's something I need to get over. I need to focus on school. So,
but I think you acknowledging that, and you realizing, A, if you stress eat, you're going to go back to where you were before. Yeah. And B, realizing that if you don't make school a priority, you're going to miss out on the opportunity. Like that right there is a mature mindset across the board. And that right there is you realizing, okay, I know what I have to do. And I think a lot of people, it takes them a really long time to get to that point. Like myself included. Like I'm stubborn. Like it will take me freaking a month to realize, wow, I'm depressed and I should be taking care of myself better. And he'll be telling me till he's blue in the face. I don't listen to a word. I'm just like, okay, Mitch.
Knowing's only half the battle. You really have to like do it. Yeah. You know, you have to like think. Like I tell people everything, but I got to take my own advice.
100%.
The action is the rest of the battle.
Yeah. I know we've had conversations like that. Like I'm prepping you up, and then I'm realizing I'm not even following my own advice.
We always say that. Every time we give each other advice, we're like, and I don't even follow that, but you know, it's good advice.
Every time. I'm just like, I'm giving you good advice, but I'm not really following it right now. That's pretty much the conversation, how it always goes. It's so funny. I know I've had like even like my little cousins, they're just like, listen, like Christina, like I'm like super anxious and I'm like, I'm getting depressed. I'm like, okay, well, what's part of your routine? They rhyme it off for me. Like, well, first of all, you're eating fast food way too much. Yeah. And you're not doing a physical activity of any kind. Goes, oh, I go for walks every night. And I'm just like, what is like it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's like, is that really doing enough? No,
you need to give it a fair chance. Yeah. Like the active stuff.
You are your own cheerleader at the end of the day. Like someone can help you as much as possible, but you have to realize what you need to do. Yeah. I think that's the hardest part, is that we kind of lean on people a lot, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you have to realize you can only lean on them so much where then it gets to a point where you have to step up.
Yeah, you gotta show your worth.
It's very true. Like I lean on you, which is great, but there's only a certain point I can lean on you because I need to realize my own worth. And
like sometimes, Christina, just suck it up. Like life goes on. Don't get mad. Relax.
Yeah, well, we have different philosophies. We always talk about that. What would be some advice you would give to someone who is struggling with their mental health?
Oh, advice. I would say, obviously, I know a lot of people say this, but it's like you're never alone. Like you think, obviously, it's case by case. Everyone's situation and like causes for everything is different, but it's like you're not alone. And the more you talk about it, may not make it like better in a way where it's like all okay, but it definitely helps. So I think the more we all talk about it, the more we can all help each other and all like
be a team.
Yeah. So people don't feel so alone, because sometimes I'm like, you know, like everyone's living their life, and everyone, you know, when you look on Instagram, you're like, everyone's living their life. Everyone's having the best time. And I'm at home and I'm stressed and I'm so anxious. And every day I feel so anxious. But it's like, we're all a team. And like, whether people say it, you know, out loud or they, you know, talk to their friends about it, everyone, I think, goes through something. So
at least once in their life.
Yeah.
No, not one person doesn't go through some kind of struggle. And I mean, if they don't, great for them. But
yeah, to a degree, if they don't go, you know, if it's not like that, not bad. But.
I never understood it like myself, but then I like kind of went through a little like weird little patch where it's just like, I hate the world, I hate everyone. And you're just like, oh, fuck, like I gotta shake things up, you know, like change this, knock this off, you know. And that's what I did. I was just like, okay, change my next 10 days. My next 10 days, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And make sure, like, for the next 10 days, I'm good. And then it's like, it kind of trickles that.
Well, resets itself.
Yeah, I kind of like reset myself in a really, like, drastic way. Like, that's what I do to myself sometimes.
That's good.
I'm a little extreme, but that's my personality.
Yeah.
And like, everyone has their own tricks, right? Like,
that's how I am. I know it's like, I got to eat clean, you know, all
some
that.
people find going on a vacation is the best way to reset. Like, for me, honestly, it does more than the gym. It does.
Yeah.
If I can be on a beach somewhere, even when we go to my trailer in Niagara, like being on the beach for the weekend, honestly, does so much for my mental health. I love it.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a change of scenery. You need a break from people and 100%. Your setting. Like 100%. Setting can be a big thing too. If you're always at home.
Always. Because then really brings up a great point. I wasn't leaving the house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to leave the house. Girl, I would be invited to parties, and then like the day of, I'm like, I'm having anxiety. I can't go.
Yeah.
Or like, he's like, do you want to come down to my house? I'm like, honestly, just come up here. And I just be in my sweats. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And
like, I'm like, let's do this, just do that.
Yeah. And like putting on makeup was a struggle.
Yeah.
Everything, like, honestly. And like, you don't realize the severity until you go through it yourself. Because I've had many people judge me. I've had many people say, you're being dramatic. Don't have a meltdown.
Yeah.
And like, I've literally looked at them and be like, you have no idea. You have not a clue.
People, it's always the dramatic thing. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
You're dramatic.
Even from like my family.
Oh, God,
you would think would understand, but doesn't understand. Like if I say to my mom or if like someone in my family, I'm like, you're giving me anxiety right now. Like that just gave me a lot of anxiety. Like they're like, I gave you anxiety. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, I didn't give you anxiety.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the first thing they think is like, are you crazy?
Yeah. They think you're just saying something to get out of doing something. Or if you just need a moment, you're like, like everything's giving me like, I just need to like stop right now.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah. I find my family, it depends on the day. Some days they're very understanding. Some days not so much. Yeah. And I also think it depends on the topic. There's times where I'm like, not today. Today's not the day. Where I've actually gotten into fights with family members. And I literally would look at them and be like, you need to educate yourself because it's actually extremely disgusting what you just said. And I walk away. And I was like, this is not even worth it. Because whether it's intentional or not, is this worth a fight? No.
It's like, you can't tell me how I'm feeling. You can't tell me you're not giving me anxiety. It's like, no one's doing anything on purpose, but it's just like small little things that just trigger you. And everyone's different.
100%.
You know?
100%. Like we have people, mutual friends of ours that go through stuff and they have attempted to do things, I should say, to put it lightly. And obviously they never went through with it. So people are thinking that they're faking it. In all honesty, like if they're faking it or not, like that's their struggle.
Yeah, they're trying to make it work.
And you're never going to understand what they're going through, how their brain is wired. You're never going to understand that. So I've had people be like, don't you want to call them out? And I'm just like, no, because
it's not.
That's
their business.
If they're faking it, karma's going to come back. And if they're not faking it, they will figure out a way to cope. They will figure out a way. And if they need the help, we're here to help. But you can't bang on someone's door for 6 days straight.
No.
They need to go through their own motions, right?
Yeah, they need to figure that out themselves.
Yeah. And it's not that you don't care about them. It's just
like you're trying to help and they're like just putting up this big shield. And it's then back and forth battle.
That's also really hard when you're trying to help someone. But it's like you can only do so much. You can't do as much as you want. You can't get as much done as you want to sometimes. Sometimes you want to like try to get through to people, but it's like whatever you say, they're only going to realize or they're only going to understand things in their own way and on their own time.
Yeah, when they're ready.
100%.
When they're ready to.
100%. You just, you reiterate and you emphasize that you're there for them, you support them, and more often than not, they'll come to you at the end of the day. Like sometimes you do maybe a check-in every once in a while, but it is what it is.
Important is the check-in.
100%.
I
just
think
like a little reminder.
Way, when someone calls you up and just like sometimes I'm so busy and like a lot of my friends, like we don't even talk for weeks, and like I'll just like be in the car like, I'm gonna call this guy, I'm gonna call that guy, I'm gonna call this guy, and you end up like calling like 20 different guys, and you're like, man, like they always like feel like, oh, thanks for the call, like
I needed that.
So I was about to say sometimes you just need that, like just from your friend, just being like, hey, what's up? Just like it makes you feel like, wow, people care about me, more than I think people care about me. Like they care about me.
Yeah. When you ever feel like you're alone, you're definitely not. But sometimes you just need that helping hand. You need someone just to remind you and call you and just say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Sometimes people get stuck in their own ways and stuck in their own life that they forget to do that.
Yeah, it's hard, because everyone's getting caught up in life and in their own personal issues. It's like, how am I supposed to help someone else when I'm trying to help myself?
It's true. It's very true.
But sometimes helping other people is you end up helping yourself in a way,
because then you remember when you're giving other people advice, you remember what to say, like how to handle things.
Went through it and
like, oh wait, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I remember
like if I dish out advice, I just read it over. I'm like,
like shit, I should be listening to that.
I think that was good.
Or like self-check.
I said that?
Yeah.
Self-check. Oh my God. So advice for someone who's looking to start their own beauty related business.
I would say do lots of research and figure out what is best suited for you, because there's a lot of different things you can do. And I'd say do something like you're most like passionate with, whether that be teeth whitening, eyelashes, eyebrows, like estheticians and all that. Just do whatever is you're going to wake up every day and be like, I can't wait for this client to come in. I can't wait to help him out and all that.
Yeah, because or at least I know people that would start a beauty-related business and I'll be like, really? That's what you did? Okay. Like, it's just kind of like there's no passion behind it.
To do it.
Yeah, it's like all my friends did it and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
I know 3 people who do lashes. I'm going to do it too. It's just like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. Honestly, it's just like for someone to come up with a business, you got to figure out if it's something you're actually really going to like to do.
Yeah. And something I had trouble with, I feel like I was always like, I really want to do lashes. Like I was always like, I love lashes. That's my favorite thing. So but then I think like so many people are doing it, you know? And I had to get over that. Like, are people going to come to me? Will people care that I'm doing lashes? And like, I have some friends out of high school, obviously. They started doing lashes and it's like, I can't compare myself to them. Everyone's on their own daily routine. Like I'm in school, some of them are not in school. Some of them are in school. So it's like everyone's different. Everyone's had different, like similar training, but it's just like you cannot compare yourself because everyone's life is different. Everyone's techniques are different. Yeah. You just have to like tunnel vision and get to your next goal. Because if you're going down a tunnel to your goals and you just keep looking side to side and being like, oh, this person's doing that, that person's doing that. Like, oh my God, should I be that good right now? Like, why am I not that good right now? You're never going to get there. You just have to focus on your goals and not be afraid just because other people are doing it to start your own business. Because if you're afraid, you're not going to get it done. You need to have confidence.
Definitely.
And that takes time. Honestly, it does take time. Like, and I'm guilty of it too. I compare myself to other teeth whitening companies.
I still do it, but it's like you just got to self-check. That's 100%. What I feel like. I
don't disagree with that at all. No. Okay, so we're gonna do some personal questions, which Mitch is just dying to do.
I'm gonna get into that. All right, these are short and sweet. Current podcast. What do you listen to?
Open for Business.
Oh, of course.
What a smart answer. What a smart girl.
Yeah,
was that our first Open for Business answer?
No. Was there a second? Someone said, "Oh, now we're going to listen to Open for Business." That's what they said. But the most direct answer.
Yeah, I just got into podcasts. Like the first one I started listening to was like the Three Joes, and then when you guys started, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have another one.
Family supporting family,
yes,
right?
Yes, of course.
Amen to that.
I don't know, listen to Three Joes. It's good.
They're funny. I
so
like them.
Funny. Those guys are the best.
Well, we've known them. Like, I've known them growing up too, right? So it's like you already knew they're hilarious together. Family discussions and family dinners are always weird. And always like entertaining. So of course, in a podcast, basically the same thing.
It's just like, you know how they talk. So it's
you picture their like their facial reaction.
Yeah.
That's when for me it gets me when they get like I can picture their facial reaction. It's
that
like,
is very true.
Well, that's fucking hilarious. You know?
Yeah,
I know. They're so funny, those guys.
All right, next one. Current business app. What do you use for your business?
I started off with Canva because you told me about it.
We love Canva.
Yes, we stand for Canva. Adobe Spark and...
I never used that. What's that?
It's basically kind of the same thing as Canva, but it's, I wouldn't say more user-friendly.
Is it an app for your phone?
It's an app. Okay. Yeah, it's just an app.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say more user-friendly. I'd say it's kind of the same thing as Canva. Canva's more artistic, though, in my opinion. Adobe Spark is very, like, cut and dry.
It's probably more for, like...
It's very easy. Yeah. Like, if you're not looking to, like, explore for, like, different things. It's very standard. It's a very standard app.
Okay. Yeah. I never heard of that, actually. I'm going to look into that now.
All right. Current food craving.
Well...
If you say tofu, I swear.
No. Because I've been stress eating Nutella. I freaking love Nutella.
Good choice.
We have a vat
or anything chocolate. Oh, I've just been into chocolate lately. It's so bad.
Yeah. Now that Caitlin moved in, there's so much chocolate. So we have to tell her to stop bringing it home. We're like, please don't bring it home anymore. None of us fit into our clothes. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah. No, definitely Nutella.
Oh, it's so good. Nutella's always good.
Morning ritual to start your work day.
Or school day, we should say.
Like, how do you start your day?
I wake up earlier than I'm usually need to. I usually don't sleep in that much. I do sleep in, but it's say I have to leave, say my GO train comes at like 10, I'll wake up at like 7 just because I want to be up and around myself for a while. You know, that's kind of weird, but I just want to be like, what's the vibe today, Sandra? Like, you know? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I didn't know what you meant.
It's funny because
so funny.
I kind of am the same way. So that's what I was saying on the last podcast was like, I like to like kind of like stay in bed for like an hour, half hour.
You just gotta
I'm like,
see what the vibe is.
Going through my phone, going through my emails. It's like, okay.
Will you ease into your days?
I like to ease in.
I have to ease in or else I'll be like discombobulated for the rest of the day.
Whereas I sleep for as long as possible.
Like I wake up and I'm like, I start my day, but it's like I'm on the phone right away. And I'm like doing that, like I'm brushing my teeth. I'm still on the phone, reading the news or something. You know, like
it's quite entertaining to watch.
I'm really like active right in the morning.
Yeah, me too. My boyfriend, it's like if we have to leave at 8, he's like, okay, great. I'll wake up at 7:40. No, he'll be like, I'll wake up at 7:50. I'll get you at 7:55, and
that's me. That's
and I'm just like, how?
Wash, brush.
Yeah, like he does everything like 2 seconds.
Deodorant. Oh,
yeah.
If I can get out of the house, full makeup, fully dressed, hair's done to the nines, in 20 minutes, 45. I'm happy.
No,
I've never seen you do 25.
Yes, I do. During the weeks.
You're 25. You might think that 25 and 45.
I'll time it tomorrow.
You might be confused with 25 and 45 minutes.
Are you kidding? Stop it.
All right. Current book or audiobook? Are you
not
a reader?
Reading?
No?
I was going to say, you could say no.
I do like to read, but I'm not reading currently. The only thing I'm reading right now is textbooks. And I know it's like, I could say like, I don't have time to read because obviously I have time to read.
Yeah, you're reading.
You know, I do have time to read because I could be using the time that I'm on my phone to read, but I just like, I'm tired of looking at words at the end of the day.
It's true.
You know?
I remember that. Remember those days. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I always talk about going back and I'm just like, oh, just the thought of going through that motion again.
Oh my God.
Like,
yeah, but I do like books. Like if I find a good book, like.
You read it?
Yeah. I'll read it.
I have 2 books. I literally started one. On chapter 3.
Yeah, I'm not much of a book reader. I'm an audiobook person.
Yeah, I remember that. I listened to the first one.
My audiobook on like an aggressive speed. So it's like talking really fast. I don't know.
I don't like that.
I'm really crazy like that because like I'll cut a book down like an hour. I'll shave an hour or 2.
Yeah,
but you're aggressive, so of course.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
You hear this thing in your head.
I had to listen to an audiobook because it was weird. I was in high school, like I had to listen to the audiobook because I couldn't read the book because it was like the day before the exam. So I was like rapid pace. And I was literally just like, I felt weird. I was just like sitting in my room, like staring at the ceiling.
Like you're on drugs.
Well, that's how I do
like
it.
Staring at the ceiling, listening to this audiobook. I felt like shit after. Like I was like, what's going on?
Actually?
Yeah, I felt like depressed.
It's too much.
I wasn't depressed, but I felt depressed. It was too much going on. And I was just like staring at a wall. Like I need to be staring at words, you know?
See, I'm the opposite. I was
That's
like, I'd turn it up a bit and I'd literally like look at the ceiling.
No, that freaks me out.
I look at the ceiling and I would be like there, like just hearing this thing.
I can't be doing nothing.
Fast.
You're the extreme situation
That's a little like psycho.
Yeah, it's weird, but.
Oh, he knows.
That's so weird, actually.
He knows I'm not reacting. He does this on purpose.
It's because like, I don't know, I can think that fast, but I can't read that fast, you know?
Yes.
You can think that
like
fast.
I get really annoyed with, because I'm not a fast reader. Mm-hmm. So I get annoyed where it's like, okay, this is really fucking boring because like I'm not fast enough to tell me the story because it is a good story. You know?
Sometimes I'm just looking at words, but I'm thinking about something else. Like if I'm studying and I look at the words and I'm skimming them, but it's like nothing's going on. I'm thinking about like, oh yeah, like that salad was really good. Like, you know?
Oh my
thinking
God.
Of food.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something else, and I'm like, how am I reading and thinking about something else in my head? Like, how does that happen?
I've done that.
So then I usually have to go back in a book, but I don't mind. Like, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
All right. Favorite type of vacation and where?
My favorite vacation to date was Italy.
Nice.
So good. I didn't think I was like a traveler type, because I was like, I love beaches, you know, I love sitting in the sand and all that. Mm-hmm. But when I went to Italy, it was like all touristy stuff, and I didn't mind it. I don't know. I didn't mind the whole walking around everywhere and like, you know, exploring.
Yeah.
I think I have to be interested to do like an explore type of trip, because obviously Italy, I was so friggin' interested. But usually like I want to go to Mexico. I like resorts.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like resorts. I don't know.
You just like beaches.
I like beaches. I don't like Florida beaches, but I don't like resorts because I don't like eating. I don't like the food situation. I don't like how everything I eat makes me feel sick. You know, but I think that's like mentally too, because I know when I go to a resort, I'm like, I'm going to get sick even before I get there.
No.
I do it to myself, you know? So this answer is confusing, but
so beaches, Europe, probably something historic. You like to see things.
Maybe not historic. No? I don't know.
Okay, your answer is confusing.
It's over.
We'll take it as it is. Perfect Sunday. What do you do on Sundays?
I usually do homework. I go to the gym and then I just chill with my boyfriend. Usually that's like a calm down day and like a reset for the week. Usually wash my hair on Sundays. I usually like
just throw that in there.
Once a week thing. We get it.
What? I usually
he thinks I wash my hair once a week.
Oh, well, hey, some people wash their hair once a week.
You didn't judge him?
No, I don't judge.
Lies. Look at his face. Liar.
It's like I'm going to be spraying you.
Yeah.
While you walk by me.
I didn't even understand that. But yeah, I think Sunday is like a good reset day. Like I do like my skincare. I do like in-depth skincare. Like I microneedle my face.
You microneedle your face?
I do.
Oh my God.
And it does help.
Oh wow.
Whether it's in my head or not, I think it does help.
Wait, you have like one of those rollers or something?
Yeah. It's like, it's not like the big microneedles because you can't do that at home. It's like a 0.25. And I just do it on my face and then I put on my serums and then that's all after I wash my hair and then I just like sit in bed and I chill before I go to bed. I like to chill before I go to bed. I don't just like to go to bed, you know?
Whereas if I'm tired enough.
Really?
Or I washed my sheets yesterday. Oh my God, I slept like a baby. Flat out, I slept like a baby. I was so happy. Same thing.
It's funny. I
had like my fleece PJs on. Went down. I'm like that though. Sunday for me, literally, if I can just sit in my sweats all day and just watch TV and meal prep, oh my God.
It's a good day.
It's a good day. And my skincare. I like to do my deep skincare on Sundays. You're right.
But I like to, I don't like to do nothing, but I don't like to do too much. Like I like taking, like an ideal Sunday would be like take a client in the morning, go to the gym, like chill for the rest of the day, wash my hair. a very like fluid day, not like a, oh my God, I have to do this, that, and like the flexible schedule. Like
that's what the week's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I try to do like calm down on Sundays, but lately it hasn't been a calm Sunday just because like we do a lot of recording on Sundays and stuff like that in the evenings. So, but in the evening, like after our recording, it's really exciting because it's like, that's my wind down. It's like, okay, now I get to do my editing. I'm chilling in my studio. Yeah. My boy comes over. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's usually my Sunday. And like, he helps with my editing. We kind of like shoot the shit and like, we go separate ways at like 1 a.m, you know, that's like.
Should be going to bed. Never mind.
1 a.m, I go to bed. And then it's like, I'm watching like that, Bald and Bankrupt guy. You ever seen him?
No.
He like travels the world to like all these different places and like goes to the most like absurd places like Chernobyl where everything's got like radiation and stuff. And he's like walking around like this dead zone, you know, and he like goes to like these weird Russian towns and
that's what you're watching at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, that's what I like to watch.
Usually I'm watching like cooking videos.
Or cooking videos. I do.
No, it's usually food for him.
Something during like easy to watch. Not like I have to think about.
I'm watching a guy like on an adventure. Yeah, I'll watch the whole thing.
Or I'll like watch someone do their makeup and fall asleep to that.
Well, I don't usually
watch hair videos now. Really? I always watch hair videos.
Yeah, I started watching hair videos too.
I'm like, ooh, let's find out how I can wear my curly hair after the gym. I get so excited about that.
All right, we're going to get into a game. We're going to get into would you rather? Would you rather give up the gym or give up lash extensions for a year?
Oh, that's really hard. I was like, whatever it is, I'm not giving up the gym. That's really hard.
Got you there, eh?
Yeah.
We know you too well.
Just need a moment of silence.
Maybe, I would say maybe give up the gym.
Yeah?
Wow. But you know what? I don't think so. I don't know.
You gotta pick one. Remember, it's not gonna come to life.
I know, but it's just like stressful.
Put you on the spot there.
No, you know what? Not the lash extensions, because I would give up the lash extensions because you know what? It's like the gym helps me for more than just physical. And if I didn't go to the gym, like I haven't been, like what I just said earlier, like I'm already like going crazy. So I value mental health over, not saying over business. I say that, but then I don't do it. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, you're trying to figure out that balance still, right?
I'm trying to figure out the balance for sure.
Yeah. It takes time.
Yeah, I think like give yourself like another year, 2 years. You'll kind of like have your schedule, have your clientele. You have like, okay, I like to work in the evening. I like to do this in the morning. That's kind of how I am. It's like now I'm like, I kind of know what I'm going to do. But now it's like, okay, I like to do this in the morning. I like to do this in the evening. I'll work late at night. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. Like my clients last night, 1:30 in the morning, I got an email, Mitch, hey, I want to order some aprons, this and that. And I'm like, sending an email back.
Yeah, say no more.
No big deal. I know. Thank you, Sandra, so much for coming. We really appreciate your views and your opinions on mental health. I think, to speak from a personal level, I think we both have dealt with something our entire lives, and we both feel that we have to kind of give our story and give advice any chance we get. So I appreciate to have this to be our mental health episode for sure. Yeah,
it's nice that you touched on your business, like your new startup and everything like that, and the mental health world. It's like, it ties in. It's nice to hear both sides.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me again. I feel like they're all like discussions that are really like important to me, you know, business, mental health, the gym, all of that. You guys are very like good role models, like business and
I wouldn't call us that.
I would say very good role models, because when I first started, I'm like, Christina, how do I do this? And she helped me a lot, and she's given me advice that you gave her, so thank you also.
No problem.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much though.
You know what, at the end of the day, and we talked about it in our first episode, at the end of the day, you build your community and you lean on your community. That's my philosophy, and I always stick with that. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit me by holding something out for you that can help you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting a kickback or anything. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's like, let's grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all friends, you know, like, let's grow. Like, I have friends that do similar industry, and it's like, I give you like a tip, he gives me a tip or whatever. You know, it's like,
exactly. Why see everyone as your competitor?
Yeah. Like, there's a huge piece of the pie. Like, let's just take a piece each.
Exactly.
You know?
True. It's very true. Okay, so if you want to get your lashes done, make sure to go follow Sella Lash on Instagram. New OFB episodes every Tuesday morning. Follow our Open for Business podcast account on Instagram. Follow our business accounts, Me Chef, Green Paw, and Beautiful on Instagram as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because you'll be able to watch our beautiful guests every single week. And make sure to go to our website, openforbusinesspodcast.ca, for everything OFB related. Until next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.